Hey everybody, just a quick video to tell you little stories about my upbringings or the way I learned different styles of music. Yeah, there are many stories from many different places, but I'll try to convey a few of them and share them with you. Well, today I'm going to tell you a little bit how I got into Turkish Makam. Actually, I have been learning some Arabic Makam music for quite a while, and I had a lot of friends in Turkey, and I always wanted to visit them, and they were always, you should come. And as a matter of fact, it was very interesting because when I was living in Arab countries, and I was studying this Makam, Arabic Makam music, many times musicians there, they will tell me, look, if you really like Makam music, you should learn Turkish Makam too, because Turkish people are really nice, they are very well organized too, and I mean, they really keep the tradition very neat, organized, and it's amazing, how they play and how good it is to learn from them, because of their way of teaching. Yeah. So finally came the day. One of my big Turkish music heroes was an oud player called Yurdal Toshkan. Yeah, I always get the last name. I probably am pronouncing it wrong, but Yurdal is a very loving man and a wonderful artist, and I always admire his music a lot. Not just his playing, which was fantastic, but his composing and his recordings were great. So I found out that he had some courses for advanced oud players, and these were happening in Greece. So I went all the way there to try to join the course with my guitar. Wow, the man at first sight, he looked quite serious and, really, I don't know, I was very hesitant and doubting, that I would be accepted in the course because first of all, I was coming with a guitar, not with an oud. Then it was like an advanced class too. And like I said, and these traditional people, they take things also seriously, I mean, I'm seriously, but I mean, respecting the tradition, yeah. So I got really surprised because Yurda was a beautiful person, a beautiful man, with a great spirit, he was very friendly, welcomed me right away, got me in his class, and even though there was a lot of oud players there with a great level, he would always, make time, to make sure that I was doing fine and I was following the class and things like that. And it was a great experience, Right after that is when I decided to just go to Turkey, and I went on several trips and during several years, and spent months there, especially in Istanbul. And I got to study with all different people, Another of my favorite musicians was a man called Murat Aydemir. He was a tambour player, or he is, and he was very knowledgeable, on the Turkish Makam. I learned so much from him. But then I got a lot of good friends and buddies, like I remember meeting Ozan and Hakan, which you probably have seen in some of my videos playing with me. Ozan is a tambour player, one of the advanced students of Murat Aydemir, and a great musician. And so it is Hakan on percussions and also playing other instruments. And these were originally they were my buddies and my friends, my really dear friends from there. But also great musicians from who I learned a lot, by working together. There was other special people. For instance, One of my main reasons to go to Turkey was a dear friend of mine, whose name was Perez Simsek, and I originally met her in India, actually. So many years before going to Turkey. She was, when I met her, a great singer, sing some traditional Turkish music. And later she kind of like put aside a little bit of music and started working for the BBC, because she actually is an excellent journalist, I have to say it. But the beautiful thing about having a friend like that is that I really got to be introduced on the Turkish family life, and that's something that I appreciate a lot when I'm learning music from different cultures, to not just learn the music and how it works, but really have the closest possible experience to be a person from the place, or a native, because really it's more important this than how much music you know. Okay, it's better to have a lower level on an instrument or a type of music and play with a lot of heart and spirit and experience than being very technical and knowledgeable but don't know what it means to be, Turkish or Indian or things like that, But that's just my opinion, in my situation. So anyway, I have to thank that people. It was great, and it's always have been great, on my many stays in Istanbul and Turkey, many months at a time. A wonderful friend I should mention that also helped me a lot, and I'm always in contact, was the fantastic Tolga Hançoglu, a wonderful guitar player, microtonal guitar player, and I wouldn't say the father, but almost, he's one of the guys that is keeping the tradition of, turning the guitar into a microtonal instrument so you can play all those types of music. Anyway, we also bond a lot and have become really good friends and working partners, different things that we've been doing together. And that's another person I should mention here. That's kind of like, my beginnings on the Turkish music. I mean, there has been many experiences playing with different people and artists and doing trips and taking courses and mainly, most importantly, listening to a lot of the music, in order to learn. So I just wanted to share with you this little bit of it.